In the last episode, I talked about the voice in your head, the ego, and the thoughts that aren't actually yours. And I talked about how 80% of changing your life is actually an internal game. So today I want to get into what this actually looks like in practice. Because awareness is step one, but then what? So I have noticed that people who actually change their lives fall into one of the two categories. Either they hit rock bottom, so things get so hard that they have no other way out than changing. Or they are what I like to call a delusional optimist. So rock bottom people change because they have no choice. The pain of staying is greater than the fear of actually changing. Delusional optimists change because they have decided to believe something is possible before they actually saw the results or before they actually saw the proof. Both work, but one of them you can only actively choose, right? So you might ask yourself which one I was before I was moving to Bali. And I would say I was not exactly rock bottom, right? I had a good salary and a comfy job. I was living a comfortable life. Even though I was slowly dying on the inside, I felt like I had a bore out. I was on the completely wrong track in my life. And the Lombok trip I talked about in the first episode, it flipped the switch in my brain. I saw a friend doing it. I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. I believed I could do it as well, right? So I would say I was more like the delusional optimist. I was not having proof. I just decided to believe in. I had no idea how it was going to work out. I just decided it would. And then I went and figured it out from there. I saw a friend living a completely different life. And instead of thinking, wow, lucky her, I thought, why not me? This thought is the difference between people who change their life and people who don't. Most people see some doing the thing they actually want, and they think, this is not for me, this is for other people, I can never achieve that. Delusional optimists, on the contrary, they see it, and then they think that's possible for them as well. So here's the question, how do you actually become a delusional optimist? It starts with challenging the, oh, but I could never thought in your head, and challenging it and thinking, why not? Also, you have to start moving like the person you want to become before you have the results or the proof. Think of small things such as, how would this person make a decision? How would this version of you think and act? You are not lying to yourself. You have just chosen a more useful story to operate from. And the thing is, you can choose, right? I know all of this might sound a bit delusional. And I'm not saying ignore reality or don't plan anything. I'm saying that the story you tell yourself about what's possible is a choice. And most people have never questioned theirs. So where in your life are you waiting for proof before you allow yourself to believe something is possible for you? What if you just decided it was? So next week, I want to tell you a bit more on why I left Bali. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, why did she leave paradise? And that's actually the point. So stay tuned for next Wednesday. Have an amazing week.